This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning and welcome in. It is super cold.
It is that. I mean, we're in the single digits out there here on this Monday. Bill Bryan and Rebecca Smith with the latest news on January 18th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Now at 6 a.m., honoring the life and legacy of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., we're live with details on today's commemoration events in town.
Also this morning, a WKYT First Alert severe weather day because of the extreme weather as we wake up to temperatures in the single digits.
And then you add a little wind to it, and this is where we are located. -8 there in Lexington. We're -6, -7 Danville, Lancaster, and Richmond. It is extremely cold. By the afternoon, we're holding on to temperatures around 16 degrees. We'll talk much more about that, and also the snow coming up just a few minutes.
All right, see you then. Thank you.
On this First Alert Severe Weather Day, it's all about the cold temperatures.
Right, and if you plan to be outside today at all, be sure to bundle up. With temperatures this cold, it does not take long for hypothermia to set in, and WKYT's Mike Byer can attest to that. He's joining us live this morning with some tips on staying warm. Mike, good morning.
That's right, Bill. Cold is an understatement. It is absolutely freezing. The theme of today, especially this morning, needs to be wear plenty of layers and make sure you're covering body parts like your ears, hands, anything like that. With wind chills expected to be well below zero this morning, frostbite and hypothermia can set in, so make sure you watch out for those. Some warning signs for hypothermia include abnormally low body temperature, memory loss, slurred speech, and drowsiness. If someone has these symptoms, make sure you warm the center of their body with an electric blanket if available. Otherwise, use dry layers of blankets, clothes, towels, or sheets. Warm beverages can help increase the body temperature as well. Meanwhile, some warning signs for frostbite include redness or pain in any skin area, white or grayish yellow skin, skin that feels unusually firm or waxy, and numbness. When treating frostbite, experts say use warm, not hot water. Do not rub the frostbitten area with snow or massage it, as this can cause more damage. Now, frostbite areas are numb and can be easily burned, so experts tell us not to use a heating pad, fireplace, or radiator for warming. Now, of course, you can prevent frostbite and hypothermia by just taking simple precautions when you're out and about this morning by wearing gloves, ear covers, anything like that to keep your body parts warm. Extra layers too. Basically, just use common sense and be smart. Live in Lexington, Mike Byer, WKYT.
All right, Mike, thank you, and duck in somewhere warm till the next report. Thank you. In Clark County, workers at the Beacon of Hope shelter say that this cold weather is putting quite a strain on their resources. The group is needing help in providing 3 hot meals a day for each of their guests. The shelter on Talbot Avenue in Winchester will be accepting donations at any time of the day. And be prepared for the winter weather now that we're into it, and also for changing traffic conditions with the WKYT Weather Plus traffic app. You can download it for free in the app or Google Play stores. Despite the cold, hundreds of people are planning to march in the streets of downtown Lexington today.
Yeah, the legacy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. being celebrated on this federal holiday. This year's annual Unity Breakfast begins in about 30 minutes, and our Mark Barber is live with details on today's events.
Good morning, Rebecca. Yeah, before people make their way out onto those cold streets, they're going to make their way through this giant breakfast first. It's hot. It's ready to go, as you can see. Doors just opened here about 30 minutes ago. Now, breakfast, that will be served about 30 minutes from now. So while people are still filtering through the doors here, finding their seats here, everything is set up. It's ready to go. It's all to really celebrate and commemorate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s ideals of peace and unity. And they say he did a great job championing those ideals, but they say there is still a lot of work to be done. And that is one of the things that they want to focus on today. Now, at about 10 o'clock this morning, after people have made their way through this breakfast, after they've heard many speakers, they will be heading out onto Vine Street. And from there, they will thread their way through the streets of downtown Lexington. We're expecting to see crowds of hundreds and hundreds of people. Now, a lot of them will be battling these dangerously cold temperatures. We just saw Mike Byer out there shivering in the cold. We just heard from Micah just how dangerously cold it is. We're talking wind chill readings possibly of -10 degrees. So this is probably going to be a very challenging march for many of these people, but important enough for many to say, hey, they're still going to maybe bundle up with some courage and head out onto the streets all the same. Now, at 11 o'clock, everybody will start making their way back here to Heritage Hall to hear the keynote speaker, Danny Glover. Now, that may be a name, that may be a face that you are already familiar with. He is a well-known political activist as well as a well-known actor for his starring roles in TV shows like ER and his starring roles in films like The Color Purple. So he will be here. He says that he wants to continue championing Martin Luther King Jr.'s ideals of unity, peace, as well as social justice and human rights. So we'll be hearing from him at 11 a.m. this morning. But before then, of course, we've got that big breakfast that will be served here in just 30 minutes. A lot of people still coming here in the doors. So we'll be right back with another live report in just 30 minutes with another look at what you can expect from this morning's programs. I'm live in Lexington. Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, thanks so much, Mark. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is a federal holiday. Because of that, there are some changes to some regular city services. There is no school today in Fayette and most surrounding counties. Lexington city offices are closed, but Lextran is up and running today. There's no trash collection, and if Monday is your day for curbside service, the city says the trash will be picked up on Wednesday instead.
All right, just some things to keep in mind. Our time this morning is coming up on 6 minutes after 6, and a Central Kentucky man has died in a Pike County crash. State police have released few details this morning, but they do say that 22-year-old Caleb Ramey, who is from Georgetown, died in the wreck. We're hoping to learn more about what happened there later today. A Floyd County woman says her boyfriend shot her ex-boyfriend. State police say Eric Edmonds went to the woman's home in the Harrell community to confront her. When he wouldn't leave, they say Stan Lee shot him. Edmonds was rushed to the hospital with possible life-threatening injuries. So far, no charges have been filed.
Deputies in Whitley County are looking for two men who they think are behind a string of burglaries. Investigators say the men broke into several cars at 3 churches yesterday morning. State police are looking into a similar case at Free Will Baptist Church. Williamsburg police investigating a burglary case at a church within city limits. Deputies released photos of two men in a navy blue Chrysler Town and Country. Deputies think the two men could be connected to a recent case out of Laurel County.
A big shout out this morning to the University of Kentucky cheerleading team. They are bringing home a national championship. In fact, they won a record 21st Division I-A co-ed national title last night in Orlando. And Moorhead swept its division as well. EKU, by the way, came in third.
Bitterly cold conditions this morning, and we're also seeing some snowflakes over toward the east and southeast. Now, much of this is not a big issue. However, you're showing up some high reflectivity there across the Mountain Parkway, Campton region, there in Wolfe County and areas surrounding that. If you're rolling through the Campton region, know this, you're going to be rolling into some roadways there in Mountain Parkway, because I've heard of this there on Twitter, that some of you guys are running into some white covered, snow-covered roads. Keep in mind you're going to be hitting that there on the back roads too there in Wolfe County, and also places there in Breathitt County, and then work your way down toward the Howard Rogers Parkway and also 421. So there are some spots getting some light snow. Remember, it's not much, but with temperatures like these, anything that falls out of the sky will stick this morning. We're at 6 degrees here in Lexington, 7 in Richmond. Throw in a little wind. Look at this. -8 degrees in Lexington, -6 in Richmond, and then you go over to Moorhead, or -7. Covington now -10, but was, or -9, was at -10 rather. And then you can see London Corbin area, 5 degrees below zero for your wind chill. Extreme cold outside, 16 degrees by the afternoon. Here's the good news. At least we have a mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day. People over in the east, southeast seeing the flakes this morning. That will fade as you go through the day, and you'll at least see some sunshine. Then we head off into Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Those are the days really to watch. Here's what's going to be happening there on Wednesday. Today and tomorrow dry. Wednesday, yeah, not so much. Here comes some snow. And these models just continue to increase, not only the chances, but also the opportunity to pick up a decent amount of snow. As of right now, I'd say anywhere from 1 to 3 inches is probably your best bet. 1 to 3 inches, okay? So max out of this about 3 inches. As of right now, we'll see if that just continues to increase. Then we'll take about a 12-hour break there on Thursday. Then look at Friday. Yeah, it's really showing up there on Friday. So 2 days to watch. Number 1, it's going to be Wednesday. Number 2, then we're talking Friday. And those are the days that we could pick up some decent amounts of snow. So we'll be watching that very, very closely. Along with these days, the next couple of days, Rebecca, it's going to be extreme cold. And all week long, it's just one of those weeks that it just feels and looks like winter. There's no doubt about that, and those fires The fire pit will be going and burning very rapidly as we go throughout the next several days. Oh yeah, I did mine this past weekend, and it was pretty nice. Pretty nice. Not bad at all. Yeah, nice. I was about to say neat and then nice. Throw them together, you get nice.
I like it. Each morning we bring you weather and traffic. Here's Officer Don, perhaps. Do we have? Yes, hello.
Hey, good morning, Rebecca. No wrecks to start off with, and it looks like we're okay in the circle on the interstate. Should be a fairly quiet morning as far as traffic flow goes. In fact, we're going to look outside right now and show exactly what I'm talking about. Everything pretty much in the green this early, and with the holiday, that's going to help. Of course, construction downtown, they'll be working that possibly. I don't know if they take off for that or not, but they'll still have some things coned off down there, I'm sure. Same deal on the interstate, I-75 southbound around the 113 over to the right. It looks like our drive times from Nicholasville about 14 minutes, from Paris 18, Winchester 21, and from Richmond across the Clays Ferry Bridge will take about 29 minutes. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, Don, thank you. And as you said, everybody be aware of the crowd, certainly for the Unity Breakfast this morning, and some of the street closures for the Freedom March later this morning. 6:10 now, here on WKYT.
3 Americans freed from Iran are making their way home. Details on the historic diplomatic deal in 3 minutes.
Also, we'll have details on the killing of an Ohio police officer who was found shot hours after his cruiser was stolen. Those stories on the way on WKYT this morning.
Well, 3 Americans freed from Iran over the weekend are now in Germany waiting to be reunited with their families.
U.S. officials say they will be undergoing medical treatment at a U.S. military hospital following their terrible ordeal. CBS's Don Champion explains.
It is a long-awaited moment of freedom. This picture shows freed Washington Post reporter Jason Rezaian as he and 2 other freed Americans made a stop in Switzerland Sunday. After leaving Iran, an internal memo to Post staff said Rezaian is in good spirits. Half a world away, the sister and brother-in-law of freed Marine veteran Amir Hekmati left Detroit Sunday, headed to Germany to see him. They spoke exclusively to CBS News.
I don't think it'll hit me until I'm hugging him and I'm seeing him.
After spending 3.5 years at Iran's notorious Evin prison, Christian pastor Saeed Abedini is also on his way home. Carrie Anstrand went to high school with his wife in Idaho.
So my kids actually helped to put together some cards to write to him while he was in prison.
The 3 men and a 4th American were swapped for 7 Iranians held or charged in the U.S. 2 of them were released from a federal detention center in Houston Sunday. Also this weekend, the U.S. lifted economic sanctions on Iran as part of the deal to roll back the country's nuclear program.
Once again, we're seeing what's possible with strong American diplomacy.
After Iran recently test-fired a missile, the U.S. moved this weekend to impose new sanctions against 11 individuals and entities tied to the country's ballistic missile program. Don Champion, CBS News.
There are at least 2 other Americans who are thought to be detained in Iran right now. A 4th American was freed as part of the exchange but opted to stay in Iran. And a 5th American, who is a student, was released separately and is now back in Massachusetts. The U.S. Embassy says it is working with Iraqi officials to find several Americans who have gone missing there. Local media is reporting that 3 Americans were kidnapped by militias in Baghdad while on their way to the airport. The missing Americans have not been identified.
It was the most contentious debate yet for Democratic presidential candidates Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. Last night in Charleston, South Carolina, the 2 tangled repeatedly over who's tougher on gun control and Wall Street and how to shape the future of health care in America. Clinton suggested Sanders' health care plan would impose a heavier tax burden on the middle class. Sanders insisted taxpayers would come out ahead with lower costs overall.
In Ohio, a police officer who went missing has been found dead now, and a person is in custody. It all started around midnight outside of Columbus. Police say the officer was reported missing while on duty. His hat was found nearby with blood on it, but the officer and his cruiser were nowhere to be found. 2 hours later, the officer was found shot, and he later died. Police have not released any other details about the person arrested.
In St. Louis, police shot and killed a robbery suspect at a Kentucky Fried Chicken restaurant. Police say they went to the store after a witness called them saying there was an armed robbery in progress. Police say the suspect had already robbed the KFC at gunpoint before being shot and killing inside the restaurant in front of about 40 workers and customers. Single-digit temperatures in Kentucky and deadly Floridas out in Florida. The severe weather started yesterday morning in the Tampa Bay area. Just south there, a couple was killed when a tornado hit their home. Their 2 children were inside at the time and survived.
The time now is 6:18 here on WKYT this morning. Wall Street is looking to rally after the ending of the week that had a major sell-off last week, really a tough week. The deep declines were sparked by tumbling oil prices. Crude fell below $30 a barrel, its lowest level in 12 years. Holiday sales were not as high as expected. According to the National Retail Federation, sales rose 3% in November and December. That's below the 3.7% increase the group had originally forecast. But online sales exceeded expectations and grew by 9%. Apple is planning to phase out its free iTunes radio service at the end of the month. iTunes Radio launched in 2013 when Apple debuted its iOS S7. It allows users to listen to playlists and stations that are automatically generated, like Pandora and Spotify. iTunes Radio will now be absorbed into the Apple Music subscription service, which costs $9.99 a month. So there you go.
Okay. WKYT This Morning is just getting started. A rescue on the high seas down under. How a trip on a tour boat went terribly wrong.
Single digits and teens outside this morning. We're going to be looking in toward the afternoon. Hopefully we'll get a little bit better. But I'll tell you this, cold looks to stick around for quite some time. I'll have that in your forecast coming up next.
Good morning. Welcome back into WKYT This Morning. It is 6:22.
We're off to really what can only be described as a bitterly cold start to the morning.
That's a good description.
So cold.
Yeah.
Freezing. That's why today is a first alert severe weather day.
Yeah, because the impact of all of this, and it's what's trending at this hour. The wind chill in Lexington right now is below 0 this morning. Last night, a group of volunteers went out looking for people in town in need of warm clothing and shelter. Last week, a homeless man froze to death in Lexington before the temperatures became so cold.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life and legacy will be honored today around the country. In Lexington, events start at 6:30 this morning with the annual Unity Breakfast. The Freedom March follows at 10 a.m. before actor and longtime activist Danny Glover delivers this year's keynote speech at the commemorative program at 11.
It is -9 right now in Madison County. That is for the wind chill. That's not your temperature. However, that's the way it feels outside. -8 in Lexington, and trust me, I have stepped outside and I can attest to that. 6 degrees reading there in Frankfort, but that will change. Very calm winds at this moment. That's why we're not below 0. But -10 there in Moorhead. That's the lowest we've seen so far is -10. But still, I mean, if you're anywhere near 0, it's still brutally cold, and that goes for this afternoon. Right around 16 degrees. Yeah, extremely cold conditions. I'll tell you this, today and tomorrow look dry, except for early this morning, guys, over in the Mountain Parkway southeast. You go into southeastern zones, still some light snow, and that's sticking to the roadways. So keep that in mind, a little treacherous travel there. Mountain Parkway in Campton, Wolfe County, and then take it down toward the south of that. But then it gets even worse. Now, this is the model as of right now, showing there on Wednesday 1 to about 3 inches of snow. That's your best bet as we work our way across the region. And you can see that it is widespread. Virtually everybody gets in on this one. And I'm pretty confident in that. However, still, we're going to be watching these numbers, see if they increase or decrease in the upcoming days, guys. This is not the only day of snow. We actually have it on Friday, too, and I'll get into that in just a few minutes.
Okay, it'll be a lot to watch here in this week ahead. We thank you, Mike. It's 6:25 right now.
So it's going to be Manning versus Brady for the 17th time with the trip to Super Bowl 50 on the line.
And it'll be right here on WKYT. The Denver Broncos will be facing the New England Patriots next weekend in the AFC title game. The last time Brady and the Pats came to town, Manning watched the game on TV from the locker room with a foot injury. But next weekend, the two storied QBs will be on the field. Brady will be leading the Super Bowl champ Patriots to the AFC title game for a 5th straight season. Elon Musk has released a video of the moment that SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket landed on a floating ocean barge, toppled over, and then exploded into pieces.
The rocket made the hard landing after launching from Vandenberg Air Force Base northwest of Los Angeles. Look at that. And successfully delivering an ocean monitoring satellite into orbit. There it goes, falling down.
Wow.
And then explodes. Musk tweeted that a piece on one of the rocket's 4 legs did not latch, causing it to tip over after landing. The failed landing was a setback for the company's plan to reduce launch costs by reusing rockets rather than having them fall into the ocean. 60 people were rescued from a fiery tour boat that caught fire off the coast of New Zealand.
I mean, what a frightening situation. The Sydney Morning Herald says just 3 people were taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation and injuries related to jumping into the water. All passengers and crew members were picked out of the sea during the dramatic rescue today. So no doubt a lot of folks will be checking out that video throughout the day today. And what an amazing turn of events that everybody eventually, it looks like, will be okay. Wow.
Good news for them.
It is 6:26 this morning on WKYT. We're back in just a moment.
When we return, do you remember this video? There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now the passenger suing the Uber driver. He was caught on camera attacking. That story new at 6:30.
Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $30 million. Wednesday night's Powerball jackpot is $50 million. We're coming right back on WKYT this morning.